Another morning in Hypixel Skyblock. What am I going to be grinding today? Yes. 7 cents. How the hell am I going to be paying child support? Ooh, money making method video. Hello everyone, this is Akra here and welcome back to another video. I have a blaze slayer setup. You just literally kill all the blazes over here and you get a bunch of blaze ashes. And what these blaze ashes could be turned into is blaze belt. Me broke, me need money, me grind money. You know what, Akra, I'll give it a shot. For this method, it's going to require a RCM setup. So for me, I'm going to be using Wither Goggles, Inferno Aurora, with some decent mono region equipment. I also like Bazaar. All tuning points goes into intelligence. Equip yourself a golden dragon. And now that we're all geared up, now it's time to actually start grinding.
One eternity later.
What am I supposed to do with these again? It doesn't matter. I'll NPC sell those at some other point. Alright, now it's time for me to explain how you actually make money off of this method. While grinding, I realized that for spammability reasons, you need an SOS flare. By placing it in the middle of the smoldering area right here, this allows you to gain access to the 125 mono regen perk, which goes across 40 blocks wide. Sadly though, if you surpass that area, your SOS flare will disappear and then you have to go and place it back. To make the grind easy for me, what I did is simply make it a simple loop. You do that and you just keep repeating it infinitely. With my rates, I get around 2,000 blaze ashes an hour. So as you can see in the picture that I showed earlier, I grinded this method for a few hours. And as you can see in my purse, that is money from other sources, which I am gonna explain. I've been dropping a lot of tier 1 smoldering books, which I then sell to Bazaar for 4 million coins profit. It doesn't seem like that much, but with the amount of kills you get an hour, you are surely to get quite a few.
Tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
You should definitely subscribe to Outcrow. Now that I'm on the island, I can finally start crafting. Crafting blaze belts is really not that expensive. It's a simple craft where it requires 25 blaze ashes and 12 enchanted blaze powder. With the amount of blaze ashes I have to spend over 400 million coins in blaze powder.
Huh?
But first things first, we need to do a little bit of math because we have to craft around 8,000 blaze belts and we need to do some quick math to kind of sort out how much chest do I need on my island to actually make that work, because that is a lot of storage. Okay, I got my handy calculator over here. If we do 8,000 divided by 56 slots in a double chest, that is a lot of double chest. How the hell am I going to fit this on my island? Alrighty, I built myself a storage setup, so now it's going to be time to start doing some crafting. I was going to be crafting until I realized something. Turns out, if you have a Kuudra tier 5 completion, you now have access to the Fortitude attribute. Getting access to new attributes might look nice, but the Fortitude attribute is completely garbage, which literally hinders how much money you're making. So getting a tier 5 Kuudra completion is actually gonna hurt your gains if you were to compare it to a tier 3 completion, which allows you to get 15 different attributes instead of 16, which is including the Fortitude attribute, which is completely trash. So getting access to 15 good attributes with less trash attributes just makes it way better to cash it in. Now, there's one problem. I'm a sweat, I'm level 412, of course I already have a tier 5 Kuudra complete. And Because the Blaze Ashes are co-op soulbound, what can I actually do? It's not like I can transfer them over to a different player because it's co-op soulbound. I can't transfer it to anyone. Unless if you have an alt account that has an e-girl skin and is named I Like Anime Thighs. That means I can freely transfer it from my main account to this account. But now there's one problem. Getting the tier 3 Kuudra completion on the alt account. I decided to grind some combat XP to get level 22 by killing Crypt Ghouls. I then unlocked the Spider Slayer and the Sven Slayer, which allowed me to get access to Voidglooms. After getting access to Voidglooms, I then got a few carries from a friend of mine, which then unlocked me the Juju. After unlocking Juju, I can now shoot my friend's mini-bosses with a Juju arrow, which allows me to finally loot share his XP from his own Voidgloom tier 4 mini-bosses. Within an hour or two, we were able to get myself to combat 22, which is pretty good in my opinion. I then visited the Crimson Isles and did a bunch of commissions for the next few days until that I finally unlocked tier 3 Kuudras.
Excuse me, English or Spanish?
English.
Whoever moves first is gay.
Baby, you got something in your nose. Sniffing that K, did you feel the...
But Outcrow, you already are gay.
After I've unlocked tier 3 Kuudras, I simply went to Skyblock Maniac's Discord server and bought a Kuudra carry for 18 million coins. But because the guy was chill, I decided to give him 25 million coins because why the heck not? Bro, stop grabbing it! After I've finally gained tier 3 Kuudra completion, I can finally start crafting those blaze belts and start making billions of coins. Here is how you craft blaze belts. What you want to do is sort out all the god rolls first. You want to separate all the type of combinations that are worth something. You want to separate all the vitality and veteran combinations with lifeline monopool, dominant speed, dominance monopool, and pretty much those are the 4 combinations you want to separate. After you've separated those, then you want to individually find the ones with veteran attributes and vitality attributes. That is because veteran and vitality are by far the most profitable attributes to get on a blaze belt. And then you want to go from most expensive to the most cheapest, which in this case at the current moment, lifeline and monopool is the second best. And then thirdly, you want to combine a bunch of dominance and speed. After combining a bunch of attributes, you will finally get a bunch of high tier blaze belts. After placing the blaze belts up in auction, I sold quite a few of them, but something that I realized is that the higher tier the blaze belts are, the harder they are to sell. I simply changed the prices of the blaze belts for around 20% discount on them. Hopefully that will make them sell faster, and I am still making over 4 billion coins profit. So far I've already cashed in 453 million coins, and it seems to be doing pretty well so far. I also kept all the veteran vitality tier 1 blaze belts because people like to buy the basic tier 1 blaze belt god roll. These go for around 7 mil each, so it is best to just keep them this way. So in this ender chest right here, I have around 700 million coins worth of blaze belts. Just an estimate. I originally had 85 blaze belts that were god roll for veteran vitality. So I ended up getting 77 after I used some for combining with each other. And then I am left with a bunch of these which I'm selling individually for a bunch of profit. For the other god rolls though, they're worth absolutely nothing. So don't even bother with those. Those you just want to combine together to get yourself a free tier 5 lifeline monopool or dominant speed. The whole entire reason of this grind is because I want to reach max talismans, and as you may know, max talismans is very expensive. But after selling a bunch of these blaze belts, I am surely gonna have enough to afford all the maxed out talismans, reaching max magical power. Hopefully with this, I will be able to improve my rates and also get a bunch of Skyblock XP to possibly reach level 440 for the new prefix and the beautiful color that it comes with it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video on how I made over 13 billion coins worth of profit from grinding smoldering blazes, and see you guys next time. Peace.